Alright guys, here we go. Holiday weekend has arrived. Alright guys, welcome back to T-Bone Southern Ride. As we're going down the road at half the speed we need. Happy Labor Day guys. This video's being recorded, of course, over the course of the weekend. But happy Labor Day, man. I tell you, summertime has flown by, has it not? I mean, it just seems like the other day we were recording Memorial Day. Now it's already Labor Day. But wow, time flies when you're busy all the time. But tell you what guys, this video here, you guys have seen the header. This video is going to be a little bit of a different video. I hadn't had a chance to do, just seems like a whole lot of just regular old me talking to you. And today I kind of want to talk about what makes a biker a biker. So yeah, I mean, welcome back to the picture in picture. Shot a couple videos without doing it. Kind of been missed it, kind of enjoyed doing it, kind of like to see you guys looking back at me, or as Scribe Cash would say, me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. So but guys, a biker, man, that's just a term there. The word biker is just, you know, it's not just a simple, that easy word. I mean, that word has so many different ways of being explained to somebody. What is a biker? I mean, that covers a broad spectrum, because inside the motorcycle world there's tons of different types of riders. I mean, there's cruisers like this, crotch rockets, adventure bikes, you know, vintage. I mean, that choppers, that's just a wide variety. It's a, you know, and it's a bigger world than what you give it credit for. And I guess what makes a biker is if you're going to try to do some kind of genealogy on the word biker, you're going back all the way to World War II, to when airmen came back from the war. And a lot of them brought their Harley Davidsons back with them. And really, out of that stock came really the first choppers. Choppers go all the way back to them, because of course they would pop the military stuff off of them, chop on them a little bit, cut them up, and over the years they kind of got to be more unique. And you know, each bike was an extension of the personality of the guy who's riding it. But what makes a biker, wow, that you know, I've heard this explained so many different ways, and no matter which way you try to explain it, it all comes back to just the love of motorcycles, just the love of riding. Now, you know, there's a lot of clubs out there and groups that are dedicated to whatever they do in their lifestyle. You know, there's Honda clubs, there's Harley Davidson clubs. Actually, Harley Davidson has a specific club called HOG, Harley Owners Group, that, you know, that's the club thing. That's a totally different video. But I think, well, if we're going to get into what makes a biker, you know, you hear the old saying, people will say, well, why do you do this? Well, because I enjoy doing it. Or why do you do that? Because I enjoy doing it. And for me, you know, no matter what you enjoy, everybody's got something. I hope everybody's got something in their life that they truly, that's what makes them happy. That is what their happy place is whether it be bicycling, hiking, camping, fishing, hunting. You know, somebody asked me, why do you like to ride motorcycles so much? Well, you know, why do you like to hunt so much? Or why do you like to fish so much? Or, you know, why do you like to go hiking so much? Or, you know, why do you like to canoe so much? It's just something that you enjoy doing. Me, I don't consider motorcycling a hobby. You know, I'm not a weekend warrior, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And listen, I know you weekend warriors out there are listening, and you say, well, look, that's the only time we got time to play with our motorcycles is on the weekend. I get that. I'm not mad at you. Trust me, I'm not mad at you. But I ride year round, cold, hot. It don't matter to me. I just enjoy riding. So every time I get the opportunity to climb on a bike and go riding, I go riding. But I don't consider this a hobby. I just consider it an extension of my personality and something that I really enjoy doing. And I think that's what the word biker is. Biker is a personality. It's kind of who we are. You know, I know there's a lot of guys out there that like to join clubs because it makes them feel like they're empowered and all this, and that's great. If it's for you, then it's for you. And a lot of guys and gals that were in the military find comfort in that. They find comfort in riding their motorcycles, being with like-minded people, being with people that have had the exact same experiences as they have had. I mean, there's comfort in that, guys. There really is. And you know, it's always been said it's a biker thing. If I have to explain, you wouldn't understand. But there's differences in the biker world. There's differences between bikers. You know, I guess my birthday here, and again, thank you guys for birthday wishes. You know, I got no shame to tell you, I'm 44 years old. I turned 44 on my birthday. And I have been, I guess, bathed in the old school style of being a biker. You know, if it don't fit, you don't carry it kind of biker. You know, for me, what makes me a biker, outside of the love that I just have for riding motorcycles and the pleasure that I derive from it, is it's a mindset. Because, I mean, you dig around and you start finding out, you know, these bikers and clubs and all, you know, some people, like I said, and I did a video on this before, some people equate it to being, they equalize it to being like a, you know, the cowboy in the Wild West riding free aboard his steed. You know, I kind of go further back than that. I take it all the way back to the pirate times, because, you know, again, it's rebelling against authority, although I don't have no clue what authority we're supposed to be rebelling against today. Back in the early days of motorcycling, there were some rebels, and they were rebelling against a lot of stuff. Some of it was legitimate. Some of it may have just been that they were looking at the world wrong, and they thought that things were going against them. They thought everybody was against them. And, you know, we've already had that conversation about riding a motorcycle in the old days, about it was a very taboo thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I can say that it was a very taboo thing. And even in today's world, guys, when you meet people, you know, up in their 80s, and, you know, they can remember what it was like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s when, you know, when it wasn't really the bikers' fault. It was just the way that they were depicted in the media. Oh, these bad people are going to come in and they're going to take over your town, and they're going to destroy your family and rape your women and your wife and daughters, and they're going to kill your sons if they try to stand up to them. That was just all fantastic media stuff. That's all that was. Was there bad seeds? Oh yeah, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm not trying to say that there wasn't some bad seeds in the, you know, in the pile, because there was. But, you know, a state of mind, it's hard to explain it. I mean, it really is. It's hard to explain what we love about riding motorcycles so much. You know, of course, the classic answers is freedom, the sense of power. Me, I ride to relax. I ride to wash off the day, the long week, the aggravation of just life in general. Getting on my bike and riding just kind of helps me unwind. Kind of helps me come down from all that aggravation, if you will. And you know, to explain what a biker is, I mean, wow, that's, you know, and the reason I'm tackling that question, what is a biker, because I've seen other people doing content trying to break it down and really not having much more success than I am, other than just saying, you know, it's just something that they enjoy doing. I love riding my motorcycles, guys. You know, and I have found, and I've said this before in other videos, I have found now that I've reached a certain age, I kind of enjoy just getting out and riding by myself. You know, I kind of take advantage of these days when I'm not with a group of people, and I can hit a back road, and if I want to run 35 miles per hour and look around and, you know, just enjoy being on my bike, then I can do that. Because when I'm with a crowd, you know, sometimes, you know, most of the time with a crowd, you know, when you're riding with 4 or 5 of your buddies, you're moving toward a destination, and you know, with the way I am, I don't want to be the reason that they slow down or feel like they're wasting time. And it's not always that way. I don't always feel that way, but for the most part, I kind of feel like, well, am I going fast enough? Am I going slow enough? You know, and that's just the aggravation. But you know, that's kind of the thing, guys, is it's just a state of mind, I guess. It's just something that, and I will say this, and I kind of went off on a rant about this one time. I can't remember if I did it in a video or not, but you know, I've been on a motorcycle my entire life, essentially. I was 8 years old when my dad got me my first street bike, and I started riding on my own. And I learned how to ride, and it always stuck with me. It was in my blood. My dad rode, and I kind of think that right there is kind of one of the main ingredients that makes a biker is, how long have you been doing it? You know, how did you grow up doing it, or is it something that, and that's another thing too, is I'm not against anyone riding a motorcycle. I'm not against anyone getting a motorcycle and being a motorcycle enthusiast. I want to say that first before I go any further. But when you get a motorcycle just because you decided one day you wanted to be a biker, and you've got a bike and it sits in the garage and you rarely ever take it out, but you've got all the cool Harley Davidson shirts, and you know, you've got all the cool stuff that you ordered offline that you wear around, but you don't really ever ride your motorcycle, that actually kind of gets on my nerves. Because if you notice in a lot of my videos, guys, I mean, I got a Harley Davidson hat, and I think the only reason I have that Harley Davidson hat is because I bought it from Robbie Gale down at Ball Hooten. She got a new stock of them in, and I didn't have anything really that said Harley Davidson on it. Because if you notice, I don't wear shirts that say Harley Davidson on them, or I don't have Harley Davidson boots and pants. I'm not really into the gear as much as I'm into the bike itself. So, you know, I don't need to wear a bunch of memorabilia that says Harley Davidson on it for you to know that I'm a biker. Just the, you know, meeting me and talking to me, you should know, okay, this guy rides a motorcycle. And you can cut through the nonsense pretty quick as to who has just decided they've watched television and just decided that they wanted to get a motorcycle and be a biker. You can always tell those people from the old iron butts, kind of like me. I'm getting to be an old iron butt that's actually sat in a saddle all their life, put a lot of miles on a motorcycle, and enjoy and have loved everything that they've done up to this minute. Accidents, wrecks, and all, I've kind of did it all, but I still love my motorcycles. I still love to ride. I can't picture not having a motorcycle. You know, I always feel if I get too old to where I can't ride, then that's pretty much going to probably be the most depressing part of my life right there, is to not be able to ride. And I've even thought a couple times about getting rid of all my bikes and just giving it up. And then I woke up and realized that I was in the middle of a nightmare. Essentially, what I'm saying is I'm a biker. I always want to have a bike. I always want to be able to ride and enjoy riding and enjoy the people I meet and just enjoy life in general, guys. But you know, that's kind of the thing is you know, being a biker is kind of not just it's not a lifestyle. I've heard people say that. I don't really consider it a lifestyle. I just consider it a part of your life. You know, there's nobody that I know of that doesn't, you know, work a job 40 hours a week or whatever, part-time, and enjoy, you know, their life to the fullest. And I live, and this is just a part of my life. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of what I do. It's not really, for me, it's not really a lifestyle. Of course, I love everything motorcycle. All my content's motorcycle. I love movies with motorcycles. I love everything that I've ever done or been a part of that's been to do with motorcycles. I've loved it and enjoyed it. But, you know, I could still talk to you about other stuff. I've still got other stuff going on in my life. Didn't really realize he was behind me coming up too. But I could talk to you about other stuff. I mean, this just isn't the only thing that I do. It's my favorite thing to do, is to ride and enjoy the ride. But, you know, and again now, if you're just a guy who rides on the weekend and, you know, if you're not serious about being a biker and you're only doing it because it looks cool or your buddy's got a bike and you thought you would be cool and get a bike too, and you wear all this gear, but you never really put no miles on your bike, I don't really classify you as a biker. I'm sorry. I don't consider you to be what I am. Someone who, it's more than just a look, or it's more than just an ideal. You know, we're going to be bikers this weekend. It's more than that to me. And I tell you guys, people like me, like I said, the old iron butts like me, when you start trying to compare yourself to those guys who have ridden motorcycles their entire life and have dedicated their life to a club or to a group, a riding group, you know, when you start trying to compare yourself to someone who has spent 2-3 million miles on a motorcycle, and you've only got a bike sitting in your garage or under your carport that you never ride, but you've got all your cool motorcycle gear, you might be careful with that. That might backfire on you. Because like I said, guys, that when you start trying to compare yourself to somebody who has ridden a motorcycle for years and years and years and they still ride their motorcycle, that's the quickest way to make a biker not want to be your pal. And I don't care, a group of bikers, group of people who ride, you know, you walk up to them, hey, how you doing, and you're talking with respect, I promise you, they're going to sit there and they're going to talk to you like you're a decent human being. But listen to me, guys, if you're a tool and you're wearing your Harley Davidson shirt and you've let your beard grow out, you've got your cool Harley Davidson sunglasses on, and you got your sweet black leather Harley Davidson riding boots on, and they look outside and your motorcycle is real shiny and it don't have no road grime on it, and your speedometer says that you've got about 2,000 miles on it, they're going to see you for what you are immediately. So talk to us. You know, talk to us. Say, hey, how you guys doing? I'm new to riding. You don't, and trust me. Please trust me when I tell you this, and listen to what I'm saying. If you're a new rider, there is no shame in being in a group of people who have ridden all their lives and stating the fact, hey, I just got a bike, I'm new to riding, I really want to learn. I guarantee you, in a group of people, there's iron butts that are in that group who are more than happy to share with you their riding experience, what they do, what they love. They will be more than happy to give you pointers. And listen to them, guys. When they're giving you pointers, listen to them. Because they've been there. They've done that. Everybody was a new biker. Everybody was a new rider at some point. Not everybody just popped out of mom ready to ride a motorcycle. You know. But I've ridden my bike, like I said, all my life. And just because you're a new rider, don't be ashamed of that, guys. You don't have to try to be the million-mile man as soon as you buy a motorcycle. You know, if you're brand new on a motorcycle and you get invited to an event, you know, go to the guy who's put the event together and go to the people who are leading that ride. If you're going on a memorial ride or a fundraising ride, go to the people that are leading that event and say to them, hey guys, I'm a new rider, I haven't had my motorcycle very long, I'm trying to get into it, I love riding. Where would you like for me to ride in the pack? I'm a new rider. And I promise you, they're not gonna make you feel bad. They're not gonna make you feel, or well, good people, good bikers aren't gonna make you feel bad about being a new rider. They're gonna say, okay, this is where we want you to ride. Watch this right here. They're gonna give you the pointers you need to be safe. Because if you go on a ride and they've got 50, 60, 70 bikes, even 20 bikes, the one who has ridden the most, he will tell you where to be in that pack, and he will tell you what to watch for and how to ride to make sure everybody around you, as well as yourself, are safe. And I know I've seen it. I watched the video here on YouTube just a little while back, and it kind of broke my heart, really, because there was a kid who was he was watching moto vloggers, and he wanted to get a motorcycle, and he wanted to get some cameras, and he wanted to be a moto vlogger, and he wanted to do this more than anything. And what he did was he got him a bike, bought him a Sportster, got all the gear he needed for moto vlogging, and the very first day he went out to shoot his first moto vlog, he had an accident and tore his motorcycle up. Get some riding experience under your belt before you decide you want to be a moto vlogger, because it takes a lot of concentration to have cameras going, but to also be aware of what's going on around you. And you know, somebody said, they messaged me and they said, man, you make that look easy, you make that look like you've been doing it forever. I haven't. I've ridden forever, it feels like, but this is all new. The moto vlogging, well, it's not new anymore, but I've been doing it a while. I'm not great at it, I'm not the best at it, and I still have to keep my head on a swivel. Essentially, I don't focus on the cameras. When I'm riding, I'm not paying no attention to what's this or that's doing. I'm still watching my mirrors, keeping myself safe, watching what's going on around me, watching for deer to jump off the side of the road. You know, I still essentially understand that I'm on a motorcycle. I still essentially understand that I'm having to try to control what's I'm sitting on here and be safe doing it. And that's kind of an important thing, because like I said, a lot of guys don't talk and converse and give you this audio when they're riding. A lot of guys just stick a camera up and they ride to their destination, and they take the camera and they walk around with a selfie stick and they talk to you, and that's cool. If that's as far as you feel comfortable, if that's as far as you want to go, if that's your comfort level is to just ride to where you're going and grab a selfie stick, hey, that's fantastic. That means you've accepted what you can and what you can't do, and you're not trying to push yourself into doing something that you're not comfortable doing. Because to a new biker, that is my number one, that is the very first tip I ever give anyone who's new to riding a motorcycle. Ride in your comfort level. If you're not comfortable doing what somebody else is doing, don't do it. Because as soon as you get out of your comfort zone, as soon as you get nervous about what you're trying to do, I promise you, you're going to wreck, you're going to hurt yourself, or you're going to wreck and you're going to take 2 or 3 in a group out. It's going to end bad. Always ride, and you might get by with it a couple of times. You might go home with the nervous shake because you rode out of your comfort zone. Don't do that, guys. And if you're riding, know the people you're riding with. If you're riding with people who like to get on down the road and get a little faster, and you're not comfortable doing that, say, hey guys, I'm going to take the back of the pack. This is where y'all are going. If you lose me, don't worry about it. I will catch up with you, because I may not be comfortable running 90 miles per hour. And if your buddies that you're riding with are your true buddies, they're going to understand that, and they're not going to give you any slack about it. Because when I ride with people, I want to try to make sure that they're comfortable as well as safe. And the only way you can be comfortable and safe is to ride within your comfort level. Like that takeoff right there, coming up that hill, holding the bike on the hill, getting ready to take off. Some people aren't comfortable doing that. Some people will dodge that whole sequence right there because they're not comfortable doing it. And that's fine, because they're not comfortable doing it. But I tell you what, guys, that's kind of going to bring this video to an end. I just wanted to talk to you about what a biker is. So if you see people on a motorcycle, don't be scared of them. You know, don't automatically assume that just because they're sitting on a motorcycle that they're all hell's angels and going to, you know, rape, pillage, and plunder, because they're not. They just look mean and scary. But tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring this video to an end. Right here is a good spot to do it. Thank y'all for coming with me on this ride. If you're new, guys, go check out some of my other videos. Find us on Instagram at tbones_southern_ride. YouTube, we're on YouTube. Facebook, T-Bone Southern Ride. Just find us, like, comment, and share my videos, guys. And leave me a thumbs up, guys. Please leave those thumbs up. Like those videos. That helps me get into the algorithm. But tell you what, guys, happy Labor's Day. I hope you guys have a fun, safe weekend. If you're riding this week, if you rode or you're going to ride, I just hope that you're safe and that you're comfortable and you're taking care of yourself. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to end it here. Until the next time, I am T-Bone, and this has been the Southern Ride.